Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into hyperautomation. Now, you've probably heard about automation in general, maybe even robotic process automation, RPA.
Mm.
Think of hyperautomation as, well, the next level up, the turbocharged version.
Yeah, exactly. And the sources we're looking at today, they really explore what that means and, crucially, why it's becoming such a big deal right now.
Right, so our aim here is just to get a handle on the main ideas, understand what makes it tick without getting buried in technical jargon.
Precisely. We want to pull out the core concepts from the material we've reviewed, see what it's all about and why it matters.
Okay, so to really unpack this, maybe we start with the basics. Before hyperautomation, there was its foundation, RPA, Robotic Process Automation.
Good starting point.
So what is that, fundamentally? We're talking about software bots, right? Little programs that copy what humans do on a computer.
Yeah, exactly. Think clicking, typing, moving files.
Like data entry, copying info between spreadsheets, maybe basic invoice processing.
That's the sweet spot for RPA. Those really routine, rule-based tasks. The repetitive stuff that takes up so much time.
Right.
Things like processing those invoices, handling very simple customer questions, shifting data around. Tasks that honestly aren't the best use of a person's time.
Okay.
And the big win there is freeing people up, letting them focus on things that need, well, actual thought, more complex problem solving, creativity. Some figures even suggest it can slash processing time for certain tasks massively.
Makes sense. It's like a digital helper for the predictable jobs. But, and this is key, RPA has its limits, doesn't it?
It does. While it's great for those very specific defined tasks,
What happens when things get more complicated? Like if a process needs some judgment, or if it has to adapt on the fly.
exactly. Or if it needs to work across lots of different software systems that don't naturally talk to each other,
Oh.
that's where traditional standalone RPA starts to struggle. It's not built for that level of complexity or intelligence, really.
And that sets the stage for hyperautomation.
Precisely. That gap is what hyperautomation aims to fill.
So if RPA is the foundation, hyperautomation is like building a whole smart system on top of it. It's not just one technology.
No, that's the key distinction. It's an integration, a suite of technologies working together. It's designed specifically to handle those more complex end-to-end business processes.
Okay.
It basically supercharges RPA, as you put it earlier, by adding intelligence and a much wider set of tools.
So how does it do that? What are the ingredients?
Right. It's about combining different advanced technologies. Let's break down the main components.
Okay.
First off, you still have RPA. It's still fundamental.
Right. The workhorse for the simple, repetitive steps within the bigger process.
Exactly. It handles the high-volume, rule-based stuff efficiently. But then you add the intelligence.
AI and machine learning.
Yes, AI and ML are crucial. This is what allows the system to learn from data, to make decisions, spot patterns, even predict outcomes.
So it's not just following instructions, it's thinking in a way.
In a way, yes, it enables automation of tasks that actually need some judgment. Think about maybe AI looking at customer feedback to automatically spot common complaints that could be automated away later.
Got it. So AI adds the smarts. What else is in the mix?
Okay, next up is process mining. This one's really interesting.
How so?
Process mining tools actually look at how your processes are really running. Based on system logs and data, they map it all out.
So it's like getting an X-ray of your workflow.
Kind of, yeah. It helps you find the hidden bottlenecks, the inefficiencies you didn't even know were there. It shows you where automation would actually make the biggest difference, or where a process needs fixing before you automate it.
Okay, so it's strategic. It tells you where and how to automate effectively.
Exactly. You're not just guessing. It's data-driven. And linked to that is the next piece, advanced analytics.
Right, so you automate things, you mine the process, now you analyze the results.
Precisely. Hyperautomation isn't just about doing the tasks faster. It's about learning from them. The analytics engine takes all the data generated by the automated processes and turns it into insights.
Insights for what? Like improving things?
Yes, for fine-tuning operations, spotting trends, making smarter business decisions overall. It's about continuous improvement fueled by the automation itself.
Okay, that makes sense. RPA, AML, process mining, analytics. Was there one more key piece?
Yes, integration. a really important one.
Connecting different systems.
Exactly. A big headache with just RPA can be getting it to work smoothly across different software, your CRM, your ERP, your finance package.
Right, they often live in silos.
Hyperautomation focuses on bridging those gaps,
Yeah.
connecting applications and platforms so data and processes flow seamlessly across the whole organization. That's vital for automating complex end-to-end workflows that touch multiple systems.
Okay, I think I'm getting the picture. RPA for the grunt work, AI for smarts, process mining to find the spots, analytics to learn, and integration to tie it all together.
That's a great summary.
So, why is this combination such a big deal for businesses now?
Well, think about the business landscape. It's fast, it's competitive, things change quickly. Companies need to be agile, efficient,
And hyperautomation helps with that.
immensely. It's not just about cutting costs, though that can be a benefit. It's more fundamental. It's about changing how work gets done to get a real competitive edge.
Okay, let's talk specifics. What's the main advantage you see?
Increased efficiency is probably the most obvious one. Automating all those manual, time-draining tasks, it frees up your people.
For the more valuable stuff.
Exactly. Strategic thinking, innovation, customer interaction, complex problem solving, things humans excel at. And yes, that usually leads to time and cost savings too.
Makes sense. Less time on drudgery, more time on impact. What else?
Better decision making is huge, with AI and analytics constantly crunching the data.
You get insights faster.
Faster and often deeper insights. You can move from gut feel decisions to ones genuinely backed by real-time data. That improves performance across the board.
Like having a super analyst working 24/7.
Kind of, yeah. And then there's scalability.
Handling growth.
Right. When your business grows, usually your workload grows. And historically, that meant hiring more people for those routine tasks. Hyperautomation lets you handle much bigger volumes without that linear increase in headcount for the automatable work. The systems can scale.
That's a big plus for growing companies. And what about the end user, the customer?
Definitely impacts them. Better customer experience is a major outcome.
How so?
If your back-end processes, order processing, query handling, support, are faster, more accurate, more efficient because of automation.
The customer feels that.
Absolutely. Faster response times, fewer errors, smoother interactions. It all adds up to happier customers.
So it's internal efficiency leading to external benefits. Okay, this sounds powerful in theory. Can we make it more concrete? Like, where is this actually being used? Any industry examples?
Oh, definitely. Let's take finance. Think about loan processing.
Okay. Lots of paperwork, checks.
Historically, yes. Very manual. Hyperautomation, using RPA for the data handling and AI for checks and maybe risk assessment, can drastically speed up approvals.
Makes sense.
Same for compliance tasks, managing regulations, reporting. It's complex, data-heavy work that automation, especially with AI, can handle much more efficiently and accurately than humans trying to track everything manually. AI can even help predict market trends.
So faster, smarter finance operations. What about, say, healthcare?
Healthcare is another huge area. Lots of administrative burden, right?
Scheduling, billing, records.
Exactly. Hyperautomation is being used to automate patient data entry, appointments, insurance verification, freeing up clinicians' time for actual patient care.
That's significant.
But it goes further. AI can analyze patient data to help identify potential health risks earlier, or even assist doctors by suggesting personalized treatment options based on vast data sets.
Wow. Okay. So admin and potentially clinical support. What about retail?
Retail's using it quite a bit too. Think inventory management.
Keeping track of stock.
Yeah. Bots can monitor levels, automatically trigger reorders, optimize warehouse logistics for faster shipping, all leading to smoother operations.
And for the customer.
AI-powered chatbots are a big one. Handling common questions instantly, 24/7, that frees up human agents for the really tricky problems. Plus, faster order fulfillment from the optimized backend. It all improves the shopping experience.
It really seems applicable almost anywhere there are complex processes. So looking forward, is this just a current buzzword or is it here to stay?
Oh, it's definitely here to stay. The consensus is that adoption is only going to grow, probably exponentially.
Really?
Yeah. As the tech gets better and businesses see the results, it's likely to become just how things are done. It's less about just automating tasks and more about fundamentally rewiring processes for ongoing improvement and staying competitive.
A continuous evolution then, which brings up the big question people always ask with automation. What about jobs? What about the people?
It's the crucial question, isn't it? And the dominant thinking, reflected in a lot of the material, isn't really about mass replacement of humans.
Yeah.
Not entirely. It's more about collaboration. Humans plus intelligent automation.
Augmentation, not replacement.
That's the idea. Automate the repetitive, predictable parts and empower people to focus on the higher value work. The creative thinking, the complex problem solving, strategy, empathy, emotional intelligence, the uniquely human skills.
The things machines aren't so good at.
Right. So the goal is shifting human potential towards work that's probably more engaging and valuable anyway.
That's a really important perspective, augmenting us, not just replacing us.
Exactly. Making work potentially more efficient and more rewarding.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Hyperautomation. It's basically RPA plus intelligence plus a whole toolkit.
Right. RPA, AI, ML, process mining, analytics, integration,
Yeah.
all working together.
And it's not just about doing single tasks faster, it's about optimizing whole complex business processes end to end.
That's the core idea. And the payoffs are pretty clear. Better efficiency, freeing up people.
Smarter decisions from data, easier scaling,
Yeah.
and ultimately a better experience for customers. Big advantages.
It really does feel like a major shift in how organizations operate. It makes you think, doesn't it? If you integrate this kind of smart automation deep into how work gets done, what new doors does that open? What innovation becomes possible when the routine stuff is handled intelligently? Definitely something to ponder for your own work or industry.
Food for thought, for sure.
Well, thanks for diving deep into this with us today.